welcome to my first art studio vlog. I've been meaning to do these for a really long time and I've had lots of ideas. I have been very busy recently, but finally I had the chance to do them. Right now I'm just wiping down my desk and my workspace with disinfectant. As I'm recording this, it is Friday and that means I get my paychecks. When starting any current project, I like to begin it with a Pinterest board full of ideas and references to other art. So I like to draw a lot of portraits and I like to keep a mirror at my desk so I can use my face for reference, and today I'm doing Ariel, so I have that signature Ariel hair swoop. So I don't know if you can hear it right now, but my computer is like completely hyperventilating. Like, just listen. It's like having an asthma attack. So these are some of the sketches I decided to go with. This one is a pencil sketch by head animator Glenn Keane, who did the original movie, and I just love everything about it. It's so captivating to me, and I just really was drawn to this picture of Ariel, and I just love the way she looks. It looks so spectacular. Her eyes are so special, and her smile is so big, and the way her forehead, goes around and then it comes out with her cheek and her chin kind of juts out. It's just a really, really attractive look. And then here is another one, and I wanted to possibly do this one, but I thought her eyes were really far apart and it didn't really look like how Ariel originally went. This one is probably one of my more favorite ones that I decided to go with. I love the different pose that she's doing and how you can really just see her whole body. This one was okay. I just think it could have been, I was looking for something a little more swoopy to put on the side, and I found this one, which is awesome. I love the silhouette. I love the, over exaggeration of her shoulders being up, and just the S shape that her tail has, and just the overall posture of this picture is so cool. And then this is the final one that I'm going to be putting probably at the top. I love the way her hair puffs out like it's underwater, and I love the perspective too about how you can see like her shoulders and how her arm kind of comes out this way. It's really, really cool. I'm not good at perspective. And then her tail goes around lower, and her hair is pushed out of her face so you can see the wonder in her eyes. And I gotta be honest, the way her hair moves in this movie is probably one of my favorite things about it. It's so gorgeous. I try to be as organized as possible as I can in my life. It's a little bit of a struggle sometimes, but I'm just writing down the things I need to get done, making sure I stay on top of my tasks and that they are finished on time. The pencil sketch is probably the easiest and least stressful part about the process because I can go back and undo or, erase any mistakes that I make. One of my favorite things to draw actually with colored pencils is hair, and Ariel's long, vibrant red hair is probably my favorite thing I've drawn thus far. honestly spent so much time on the hair and working on all the little details and making sure it looks as realistic as possible. So here's a close-up of what I'm doing. I like to start out by going in with the darker stuff and outlining the edges, and then once the purple shades for the shadows are done, I'll go over it with a red to brighten it up, and using oranges and yellows in order to create the highlights. And then once that is finished, I will start using my Zested pencil blend, which I actually got in England, and I highly recommend if you're using colored pencils. This stuff is perfect. So once it's done blending, I'm gonna let it dry and switch on over to digital drawing, where currently I am drawing my mermaid self-portrait. Now that the liquid has finished drying, I'm going to go in and start coloring in her tail. I really love the red hair paired with the complementary green tail. It just works really well together, and I do love the original, but I did want to add just a little bit more color and shading so that way it was a little more sparkly and shiny. Whenever I draw anything with color, I like to use as many colors as I can possible. This gives it more depth and it's more interesting to me. Like here I'm using a lot of yellows and greens and turquoises and anything in between, just so it blends a lot more evenly. And now I'm gonna go ahead and start working on her skin. I'm honestly a little more nervous for this because her features are a lot smaller. I don't think I used a big enough sized paper, so the details are really small and I'm trying not to mess anything up. Trying to find time to squeeze in drawings for Mermay and working on it has been pretty hectic. My schedule this month has been crazy. I have been doing shows, I've got commissions, and overall just a very busy month for me. So this is probably the only thing I will actually be putting out this Mermay. However, I know now to plan better next year for Mermay and get more drawings out and more videos published. However, my schedule has freed up quite a bit, so I can start planning ahead and working harder on these drawings. And then once I've finished all the small details with colored pencils, I like to go over stuff like the hair and some of the skin and the tail with Copic markers. This kind of helps last minute to deepen some of those reds and make those colors really pop. Be sure to comment down below any ideas ideas you might have for future studio vlogs. And with that, we have reached the end of our journey. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe for more studio vlogs from me, and I will see you in the next one.